Hey, what's up, guys? It's day 16. Things are rocking and rolling. A lot of stuff moving forward. So let's go ahead and jump into it and see what we got going today.
Hey, what's up, guys? Day 16, Savages. We are on it. As you guys can see, my camera setup is a little bit different than what you guys are used to, but that's okay. That means I'm in the middle of moving, right? Most of my stuff is out of my house. I know you guys don't care about that. The point is we are doing this 30-day challenge, 0 to 10K in MRR in less than 30 days. No excuses at all. So I just want to show you guys just some stuff really quick. I got my work done like really early on, but I wanted to show you guys, like, obviously this value post is doing pretty well. We've gotten quite a bit of likes in a couple different groups, and I'm just adding value, guys. So hey, here's something small, make big difference in our business. If you're building a business, haven't locked this in yet, do this. It compounds super fast. Most people don't realize. I used to think running ads, changing prices is the only way to keep up. That's what most local business dudes survive, right? But later we realized that one of the strongest tools for local visibility is actually Google. Once we learned how to set up our profile properly, our ranking improved and we started spending way less on ads. I just want to share that in case someone helps. If you ever have any questions about setting up a profile, happy to share what's worked for us. I've had some cool conversations with some people about that. But the exciting part is, guys, is obviously we're going to post this. This is one of my last ones for the day. We're posting in 20 different groups every single day. This one's cool because it got instantly approved, which is great. As you guys know, sometimes groups are kind of picky on what you post and this and that. So, I'm going to go through and probably do a big comb this next week of my groups and see which ones we're in, see which one we're out. We're getting kicked out of some. Guys, it's okay. It's totally fine. But you know what? We're getting some really cool responses from people, right? Like this guy, we're talking, one man show here, wondering if anyone has a good phone answering service. I feel like I spent 70% of the day answering calls. I was like, man, we use VAs and AI depending on volume. I can share details if you want to know more information. He's like, Voice AI? I said, yeah, it helps us a ton. Doesn't call in sick or even bitch, which is kind of funny. And then I said, hey, we tested a ton of them. We went with this one. You can test them on your site. This is actually one of our companies that we own. So, and he's like, oh, which one do you recommend? Obviously, I posted this one. So I'll just be like, hey, I posted the link above. Seems to work very well for us. He doesn't know this, but we own this company too, which is fun. We own this business, this part of it. But just kind of going through, obviously people are going to post their things and this and that, but I'm just trying to add value. Like, hey, maybe he'll click, maybe he'll ask some more questions, anything like that. So which is good. You guys want to be, once you start getting into a lot of these groups, like we finally got into a cell phone repair group. I've been trying to get into one of these for like over a week. It's crazy. And then people are like slowly responding. I told you guys a lot about people were responding like super late to the messages that I'm putting on their businesses and stuff. And so I've been kind of marking some of those like, man, they need to answer super fast because they never know, they might be missing out on business. Let's see here. What else did we have today? We got approved a photo, which who knows which one this one was. Oh yeah, guys, I was talking in Oklahoma City business about like, hey, kind of the same thing post, but I added like a business that I used to own just for credibility, right? I used to own this business that has a bunch of reviews. It's in a very, very niche. You don't see cell phone repairs with this many reviews. It's super rare. So that's super cool, right? We finally got in that group, and then we're also meeting some people. Like I met this guy, Connor. He actually, guys, what's crazy is when you're out and about, don't be afraid to meet and talk to people. I pulled up in my truck and this guy was like, man, I really like your truck. So we started talking. He was like, man, so what do you do for a living? I said, man, I actually help businesses, automate, and I help them with systems and, marketing and things like that. And he's like, really? He goes, well, how'd you do that? So we just started talking a lot about that, right? And I was like, man, you know what? Add me as a friend on Facebook. Let's have a conversation. He's a younger guy, 25 years old. He works a good job, but he's like, man, I've always wanted to own my own business, right? And so I don't know where that could go, right? It doesn't matter, but I'm still at least building those conversations with people, which I think is super, super important. That's, adding these people, man, add me as a friend on Facebook. Then when you're going and posting about your business, obviously you guys are posting some stuff like your family and all that jazz, but when you're posting some stuff about your business, people are going to see that. These are brand new people that you've never met, or maybe you just met in person. Like, hey, add me as a friend on Facebook. And so he'll get to see a little bit more about what our business does. And guys, that opens up a whole other network of people. Like, I don't think I had, let's see here. I have no mutual friends with this guy. Do I have any mutual friends? I have one mutual friend, which, to be honest with you guys, I don't even know who this is. So for real, I have no mutual friends with the guys. He has 411 reviews. He's younger. He's like 25 years old. Seemed like a super sharp kid. But the cool thing is we're going to get introduced to a whole bunch of people that he does, that I don't know, that he knows, right? Once he finds out, we'll probably have some conversations here and there. He'll learn more about what we do, and he'll be able to refer us business. So that's how it works. That's how, like, Cade and I are, I would say, pretty well connected. We're not trying to use too much of our, like, personal network. We are showing you guys, like, hey, it is important to use your personal network, because that can turn into some certain things. Tomorrow's going to be awesome, guys. Obviously, we're going to finish up the day. But tomorrow's going to be awesome. We have some information, or I say information, like kind of a light proposal of what we're going to go over with a client, which is going to be fantastic. There's quite a bit of different stuff for this client. So let's see here if I can put something out for you guys really quick. Or give you an idea. Let me show you really quick. This is just something that we're going to be putting together. I'll just show you guys really quick. Like, this is for a possible customer, right? This is one that we got off the reviews. That's we're going to do our testimonial and all that stuff. Hopefully get that done tomorrow or the next day. But he needs a lot of different things, right? And so looking at, for his insurance business, he needs a way to track his leads. Right now they're just buying leads and just like maybe putting stuff on the Google Calendar and losing out and following them. And he pays a lot of money for these leads. So maybe doing a custom build out, full high level build out, which is huge. It would help him stay so organized. And we put a lot of different automations and things like that. If we do decide to do something like that, of course, we guys are going to show you guys how to do that. And then obviously for his real estate business, he does real estate as well. We do some a custom GHL build out too. Probably not as intense as the insurance, but that's okay. He definitely needs Google Business Profile SEO, which we charge $497 a month for that. And then it's like posting on Google keywords, backlink citations, review AI to respond to all the AIs. And then we're also looking at, possibly setting him up some VAs. Setting him up some VAs to call his leads, or actually just do appointment setting, which is huge. There's quite a little bit different of a build out for that, but we can probably go into more detail on that later. I'm really just going to kind of push like something basic, like, hey, let's do a Google Business Profile optimization, and then we'll take care of that every single month. And we'll probably get him on something small, like for his GHL, $97 a month or $297 a month, depending on how much. The $297 a month for the insurance, like he has a couple of agents that work for him and things. So it's really important that, when we're doing that build out, we're going to be doing it for a couple of people in his business. So it does take a little bit more. That's why we're going to be charging a little bit more, obviously, plus usage and things. But going back to the VA, virtual assistant is, it's quite a bit expensive build. It's a little bit, I'd say, more pricey of a build out. But it's highly effective, right? Appointment setters. And then the also thing he's looking at social media, just to run some static ads for some insurance stuff. Depends on what we're going to do. Like, I'm going to talk through some different things about this with him just to kind of figure out, like, what he wants to kind of spend some money on, right? And so, and it's not about if he's going to do something. It's just like, I know we're going to start with something small, and then we're just going to kind of, because guys, we're not just selling in something because I'm like, you should get this. No, it's, dude, you need this, and I'll tell you why, right? And so remember, like, we do this because we're helping people, and I absolutely love that about our business. You guys hear me talk about it all the time. It's like, we love that about our business. We're helping people. So I want you to know that even though you guys aren't seeing like a whole bunch of action right now, we're still getting our posts and everything done out and all that jazz and DMs, and I'm moving. I hate to make that excuse, guys, but I am. It doesn't matter. We have so much stuff in the pipeline. It's going to be huge. And probably here in the next week or so, when we get, we'll get some things closed up, guys, and we'll be able to share some of that information and kind of some details about like what people got and, why we were able to do that, which I think is really, really important. It's not just about selling, it's not just cold calling and selling something. It's, guys, we're finding these people through different, posting and this and that. And then when they're talking to us, it's a whole different conversation. And they're needing something, okay? And obviously with our magnet of the review system, doing that for a free, in exchange for a free video testimonial, it's going to attract a lot of people. There's still some people that I have to get back to on that too, which is great. So guys, day 16, kicking butt, like we're rocking and rolling, and we'll just keep pumping along. We'll talk to you guys soon.
Hey, what's up, guys? Day 16 here. So I want to walk you through this because this is a new outreach method that we're about to put in place and test. Now, we're going to be sending this out via cold email, and we're calling this our podcast outreach method. So basically what the plan is behind this is we are going to reach out to local businesses, and we're going to let them know, hey, we're starting a brand new podcast where we interview local business owners and just ask questions about entrepreneurship, their journey, why they got started, so that way we can share that with other people. And would you like to be a part of our show or be open to being on our show? So we're going to send out something super simple. This is just, again, the layout that we have mapped out. We'll have to build out all the automations and stuff, but very simple. So we send the first email. We'll wait a few days, no response, follow up 1, follow up 2, right? If they do respond and they're interested, we'll send them the preview, like the pre-interview intake form, where we'll ask some questions, get more information about them, get a headshot or picture that we can use for the thumbnail. Then that way we can tailor the questions more towards them, about them, etc. Reminders to complete the form, and then schedule their interview once it's been completed. Now, the thought process behind this, right, is that sometimes a sales call can take 30 minutes to an hour. And on that call, you're having to try and build rapport and connection and essentially help identify their problems that you can then solve, right? And sometimes people come into sales calls with their guard up sometimes, especially if it's from cold outreach, whatnot. But what the plan is with this is, and the thought process is that by basically putting this as like, hey, we're going to have a podcast that we want to interview and talk with local business owners, getting local business owners to join us. It's going to do a few things. First thing is that it will allow us to have conversation with the owner, right? So we're going to be able to have conversation, ask questions, talk to them throughout, talk to them about things we've done, go back and forth, and allow us to build connection right there on that show and that interview. And then after the interview, maybe have some more conversation, follow up, etc. And also too, it may spark interest that, they may have interest more in what we do after that conversation. Now, the second thing it's going to do is it's going to provide content. So that content we'll be able to post to YouTube. We'll be able to chop that up, put into, clips and stuff for other social media channels. And then part of it is we're planning on giving them also some of the short clips that kind of highlight them, so that then they can go share it and be like, hey guys, I was on this interview and this podcast with Savage Systems. Go check it out. So now they're going to be sharing it with other people in their network, which potentially will have other business owner friends. And that will then drive more traffic to us and what we do, right? So now we're kind of getting a triple win from it. We get an opportunity to talk with a business owner. We get content from it. And we potentially get them sharing that same content, which then is sharing our company, Savage Systems. So this is brand new. We've never tried this before. I mean, we've done podcast stuff before, but we've never tried this specifically as a method of getting in the door, right? The whole point of this is to get in the door, have conversations, and get exposure for the company. And so, again, we've never tried this method specifically, but we're about to, and I just want to show you the outline here. We're going to be building this out, and then we'll show you kind of where we get leads with the tools that we use, and we'll share the results. So our goal is to launch this here this week. So we'll keep you posted.
Hey, what's up, guys? Day 16, finishing up. Always been, I told you guys, every day is a good day, right? So as you can see, we're doing a lot of follow-up. You guys can also see that I'm not in my normal studio. So that's okay. I'm in the middle of moving, just part of the gig, but I'm still showing you guys that we are still doing the work every single day and getting in our messages. We're doing follow-up where we have a lot of DMs going right now. And so we're just kind of like milking those and following those. So it's super important, man. Like, make sure you guys just stay on it. Like, this thing can be some work, but it's okay. And you just have to believe that every single conversation could lead to something.
Yeah.
It could. Okay. Sometimes it won't, but that's okay, because just when you build that rapport, you guys are learning how to talk to people. You're learning how to just connect with people in different ways without being like super salesy or anything like that. You're going to see more people that are going to connect and be like, you know what? So tell me about what you do, and like, that's what I'm asking people too. Like, hey, tell me more about your business. Like, I'm just curious. Oh, cool, man. I have a good friend in HVAC or whatever, blah, 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 and we're just trying to be kind of buddies with them, but also provide solutions too, as well. I had a chat. Let's see here. I need to, you guys just saw a chat from yesterday that I kind of finished. Well, I wouldn't say I finished up today. I'm still following up today with, a lady had, some questions about her Google Business Profile. Like, I was posting my value post and she's like, I would like to know more. So I just DM'd her and was like, hey, hey, what type of business do you own, and blah, 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 and all that stuff. And so we continue to just kind of have that conversation back and forth, as you guys can see today, which is fantastic. Like, that's how these things start.
Right.
It's all the little tiny things, how it starts. As you can see, like, we've started to just go on like, hey, let's go 0 to 10K in 30 days. And let's start with simple review system, right? We're going to do it for free for testimonials. And then we're also going to do like small packages, right? And so obviously, you guys, we have a lot in the pipeline, which is super cool. I've got some meetings for tomorrow. I know Cade's got some crazy things going on too, like just with some stuff that we've done for outreach, right? Meaning all those little tiny things, guys, it all comes together, man. And when you're talking to some of these people that they truly need our help, we're not out here to just make money. It's, of course, we like to get paid and all that stuff, but it's, these people just need our help. And that, I think that's what excites me about our business so much is, dude, we're providing solutions to people that otherwise they would be lost. Someone might even be losing their business. You know what I mean? Maybe they bought into a dream or bought into a current business or a franchise and thought it was going to be easy or whatever it was, but just couldn't grasp on it. And maybe gets, well, I got to do this, I got to do that. Like, hey, the great thing is Cade and I have experience on how to put some things in place to kind of help be organized, right? An organized business, man, is like, once you have everything in place, it's so much better. So I absolutely love like kind of what we're doing here and what we're showing you guys, as far as just, man, you guys are seeing that these people they just need help. Like, and we're just providing the solution. So I'm pumped.
Yeah. And I know it's kind of like beating a dead horse or a broken record player. It seems like every day, but it's 100% true. It's just about solving problems. And then the bigger the problem that you can solve, the more you'll get paid to solve it, And that's what we keep going back to. Like, look, guys, you may not have the level of experience that TJ and I have, but find a way to get that experience. And then the faster you can get that experience by getting through more repetitions, the faster you'll get there to that point where you'll be able to identify the different problems that these people are having. And you're like, oh yeah, we can help you solve that problem. And here's how we can do it. And here's what it will do for you. And here's what it will cost to get that built, right? But at the same time too, if you're brand new, just starting out, you're not sure what to do. That's where the review system is such a great thing to start with, because every business needs it. Every business knows they need it. And it's something that is and can be a low ticket entry to get your foot in the door with them, to then potentially solve other problems for them, right? And I know, again, everybody's going to run their business differently. Some people only want to sell a review system. Some people want to sell a review system with AI auto respond. Some people want to sell just AI voice or AI chat, right? So I get it. Everyone has like their own business model, etc. Obviously, for us, if they got a problem, we're going to solve it, and we're going to solve it good. And so it doesn't matter if it's marketing, systems, AI, right? And again, that's where I know some people are like, well, you're doing too much. Okay, well, we might be doing too much in your opinion, but because we have the ability to help people with so many different things, that means our total addressable market also increases. right? That's more people that we can help. Not only that, but now that also means that our current customers, as long as we let them know, like, hey, we can do these other things for you, most people just want to stay with one company. Most people aren't trying to go to all these different companies to get all these different things done. Like, if you can do and solve a problem for them and you can do it well across the board, they'll work with you because they know you. They have that relationship with you, and they would rather just have to go one place versus multiple places. But again, I know it can take some time to get there and learn all those different skills and learn all those different things, but you can build into that too, right? And just don't be afraid, I guess, to do it either.
Yeah, it's true,
Don't,
man. Like,
yeah,
once you get, the cool thing, and Kate and I have some really good relationships with a lot of people, right? And so, we tend to get, I would say, just, we get a decent amount of referrals, right? And I think that's super important, man. You guys make sure you're putting out, certain content and things like that on your personal, and people need to know what you do, because it's one thing to have your network of people, but there's people out there that that have a whole other side of network that you don't know, and they don't know, or you don't know that they have a whole big old huge network. And so we're even actually seeing some of that. We had a call actually super late last night after we had ended the day that was like kind of a referral thing and all this stuff. And I was like, hey, I heard you guys are doing something like this. We got on a really quick Zoom call. I know, sorry, we didn't get to show any of that because it was like super late at night, but just kind of a discovery, right? And it turns out, like, dude, this could lead to a lot bigger things, right? Once we have like a proven model of one thing, it can multiply throughout, let's just say, multiple offices, right? And we're talking, could be like a couple hundred offices. So it's exciting, man. Like, and we always get excited about it. I told you guys the other day, like, obviously nothing is done and like in place or anything, but it's cool to talk about some of these situations, because we are definitely going to land some of these things and show you guys, like, hey, this thing's possible. So we appreciate you guys like following along, and always, if you have questions about stuff, like, hit that comment section. We'll answer everything.
Like, again, some of these bigger deals may take a little bit longer to close, for sure. Sometimes bigger deals, when you're working with bigger companies and those come through the door, those opportunities present themselves, sometimes they do take longer to actually close and settle just because bigger companies move a lot slower. But we have some of these smaller ones. We're sending out a proposal tomorrow. I wouldn't even really call it a proposal, just like we've finally identified everything that we need to do for them to get things started. So we're going to be sending them out the pricing for the different things that they need, between like website, some system stuff, a couple AI things for like documentation, whatnot. So that'll be going out tomorrow. TJ, I know you got a call with one of our case study clients that we've already gotten some reviews for. So working to get that testimonial tomorrow, along with talking to him about the other stuff that he's already expressed that he needs for his business. So, we could end up with a payment by end of week, who knows? And so there's a lot of stuff moving. Keep in mind, sometimes you might have really quick sales. Sometimes it might take multiple conversations and follow up with people to actually get the deal done. So just know that can be part of the process too. So it's a mixture of not only the outreach that you got to do to get the exposure and build the initial connection, but then you got to continue to follow up with those people and have conversation. And that's why I'm really excited about this new method we're about to drop with, which I know you guys, I'm going to, I showed you today, but starting a podcast to interview local businesses, right? I think that it could be a very positive strategy, because podcasts are getting bigger. More people are wanting to be on podcasts, and not everyone necessarily wants to run a podcast, but there are people that are like, yeah, I want to be on podcast. And so our goal is, we're just going to start up a podcast, and we're going to reach out to a bunch of local businesses and just see if they want to join and be a part of it, and tell us about their story of entrepreneurship and why they got started and things they've had to overcome, right? And that's going to do a few different things. One, it opens up the door for us to have conversation with them to get to know about us and what we do, us to get to know about them and what they do. So it allows us to build a connection right from the get-go. Whether it turns into a sale or anything, it may not, but it very well may. Then on top of that, now we have content that we're going to be able to put on YouTube, and then we can take that and we can, use the different platforms like Opus Clip or whatever, or, hire somebody to chop it up into shorts. And then from there, just take it and put it on our social medias, and then also share it with them so that they can go share it and be like, hey guys, I was on the Savage Systems podcast, check it out. So now we're going to get basically referral business from them too, because they're going to be sharing the fact that they were on a podcast. So it's kind of like a triple win for us. We get to build a connection, build a relationship, we get content for ourselves, and we get to share that content with them so then they can go share the content with their following, right? So it's like a triple win for us. And so we've never done it before. We're going to test it. And our goal is to start that here in the next couple of days, start doing the outreach to see if we can book some podcast interviews.
And it's going to be super simple, man, guys. Like this is something that I really like the idea because it hits all the bases. And it's not even a matter of like if we're going to get a client, it's just when, guys, because people are going to come on, people, as this kind of snowballs, people get referred, we get on podcasts, all that stuff is, man, we're going to find this. We're going to find the issues that they're having in their business. You know what I mean? And not everybody's going to have issues. There's going to be some people that are running great business, man. And they're doing great and fantastic. And that's great. We'd love to help kind of share their story. And maybe we can get some of the local people that kind of see that to be like, you know what? I like that story, man. I'm going to go visit them more often. So it's a win-win all across the board. So
100%. So excited to try that one out. We'll plans to have that launched here in a couple days. So we're just getting some data put together and building out the campaigns and launch it.
Let's do it.
Other than that, day 16 in the bag.
Let's go.
All right, guys.
We'll see y'all tomorrow.
Day 17 coming soon. We'll see you there.
Woohoo.
Bye, guys.